Hey guys, Blake here with another video, and hang on a minute, can you hear that? Alright, well, looks like it's time to get to work. Let's jump straight into the video. Okay, so if you're really confused about what that was, that's a planaria. For most aquariums it's not too bad, but if you keep shrimp it's bad news. They can sometimes hunt down a shrimp and eat them. So these guys come about from too much food in the aquarium, so it is a good idea to address that problem first. But at this stage I'm going to build a DIY planaria trap today. So this is what we're going to use. This is a test tube from an API master test kit. If you're like me and you pick up a lot of aquarium related stuff secondhand, then this is pretty much, I have heaps of these test kits lying around, so I've got a few of these vials that I can sacrifice. And it's good because this is glass, which means that it's going to weigh itself down in the aquarium. Otherwise we'd have to come up with some sort of solution to weigh it down. So we're going to start off with one of these today, remove the cap and pierce a little hole. So let's swing over and we'll have a look at that. Here we are over at the little workstation slash on top of a tank that I've got to deal with today. Get the nail out of the way. And while I've got some pens here, this is what we're going to poke through as the entrance for the planaria. So just use the end of a pen here, because it's small enough that most shrimp won't be able to get in and most planaria will. So we're going to just make a hole around about there that we can just stick this through. To do this I've got a metal skewer here that I'm going to use, but you can also use a soldering iron, or you can just heat up the end of a screwdriver with a lighter or something like that and make it hot enough to melt a hole here. But I think just with some force the size of this should be relatively consistent. Yeah, so looks like it's pretty much the same width that's going to hold it in, so we're just going to press and make a hole. So yeah, just rotate it around enough to make a big enough hole. And then what we do is, I like these clear pens a bit better to use because you can see where the ink starts and stops, but you can do it with a bit of guesswork on these white ones. As you can see today, I'm going to make a few of these, so just take some nice scissors, or I've got these pliers here. Well, it shot off into the distance, so I'm going to have to use one of these clear ones. So what you can do is just have a bit of a look in the end, use a bit of judgment, and we'll try not to have it shoot off again. We'll just check each end. So as you can see here, this end you can see a blue here, so I have got the ink area, so I'm just going to cut a bit more off until we get to the area where there's no ink. Alright, so now I've got a little straw here that's got no ink in it. We'll do the same again. So that one looks pretty good. Then once we have that, it's just a matter of pushing it right into the hole we just made. Might find it easier using a pair of pliers or something like that. I do have some here. And just like that, we've got a planaria trap. So most traps, it's a good idea to put some bait in them, which we are certainly going to do today. So I'm just going to put some heavy protein here. So what have I got? I might have some nice oily pellets that I feed my stingrays. So I think a couple of those is going to be pretty good in there. And it is a good idea to just fill it up with water now to save having to do it later. Which I find the easiest way to do that is just with the turkey baster, but if you've tested any water before, you'll know how to fill up one of these test tubes, of course. And there you have it. So there's the very first planaria trap that I've made, but let's test it out and see if it's actually going to work. Alright, so here we are at my shrimp tank, and we're going to just what you want to do is get it pretty nice and close to the substrate and just laying it flat. Planarians love to live at the bottom of the tank, so we're just going to leave it exactly like that, and hopefully some Planarias get in. We'll check back in at a later date and have a bit of a look-see and see what we get. Okay, so first effort is a failure. As you can see, I don't think there's any actually in the trap. There's some outside the trap, and there's some shrinking down into the substrate. So in future I'll probably point the entrance closer to the glass. Alright, so there you go guys, that's how to make your own DIY Planaria trap. As with any trap, it will really depend on what bait you use, whether you catch yourself some Planaria or not, but hopefully you found this useful. If you did like the video, please smash the like button, hit the subscribe and all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.